Hi YouTube, if you are looking for the best comps to play in Axie Infinity, I'm here to help you out. I have looked at what the top 100 players are playing and can tell you which are the most OP comps worth playing in today's meta. Without further ado, let's get right to it. So as you can see here, these are the statistics of the top 100. The most common build at the moment is the Bantanacom, which makes up 30% of the meta. This is comprised of the combo Cute Bunny plus Antenna. Next up, you have the Poison comps, which makes up 40% of the meta. These are comps which utilize Grass Snake in order to spread poison among the enemy's teams. Followed by the Discard comps, which makes up 8% of the meta. These comps focus on discarding your opponent's cards. After that, you have your various Aqua comps, Triple Aqua, Double Aqua with both plants, and birds. Now let's get right into the individual comps and let's look at the details of them. Alright, let's start off with the most popular comp at the moment, the Bantanacom. This is a comp which utilizes the Cute Bunny plus Antenna combo. What this combo does is that it basically forces the opponent into playing a very tough guessing game. Should they choose to attack, Cute Bunny applies a fear to them which makes them miss their attack. Should they choose to pass instead, then Antenna steals their energy. This comp tends to be pretty good against combo comps, which are comps which like to save up their energy and do a 4-card combo, such as Poison comps or Backdoor comps. The core cards of this comp are the titular Cute Bunny plus Antenna. You can then proceed to fill out the rest of the comp with good cards in general. So for instance, on the front line you can run Bone Seal plus Carrot. These are two cards which synergize quite well with each other. If your shield breaks, you can draw a card and get an extra energy. Other options are Cattail, which is pretty good if you are facing a lot of the mirror matches and you are facing a lot of back cards. Or for budget options, you can also try running Pumpkin as your shield card. In the mid, we run Garish Worms and Fishneck. Fishneck is quite good at the moment as Aquas are rampant and Fishneck will apply a stun to them. And on the back line, we put a Nemo for a 0-cost card. More energy is always good. And then a damage card for Goldfish, which also acts as a speed plus. Composition wise, this comp can be pretty varied and really anything goes. So you can have many options to choose from: Dust Aqua, Triple Dusk, or Dust Bark, whichever you prefer really. So Dust bodies tend to have the best balance between HP and speed. Aquas tend to do well against Bark damage, which is quite rampant at the moment. And if you want to do extra damage for your Bark cards, then you can also choose to run the Bark. Alright, next up we have the Poison comps. These are comps which aim to spread poison among the enemy's teams and slowly beaten them down. The game plan for Poison comps is Backdoor. It usually skips turn 1, collects some energy, collects the Backdoor cards, and then unleash a devastating Backdoor combo to spread poison onto the enemy's mid and backliner. Core cards of this comp are Grass Snake, which will spread 2 stacks of poison, Yam, which spreads poison whenever the enemy attacks into you, Toothless Bite, which allows you to backdoor the furthest enemy, and Winghorn, which allows you to backdoor the midliner. Other good cards to have are Garish Worm, which is a high damage card that allows you to spread 2 stacks of poison. If you go for that, you usually want Leaf Bark and Pins on your frontliner as well, so 0-cost Bark cards which allow you to enable Garish Worm more easily. If you don't like Garish Worm, you can also choose to go with Bone Steel or Incisor to add a little bit of utility and a bit more defense to your damage dealers. So composition wise, Dust Plant is the most common. But if you go for a budget option, you can also replace the dust with reptiles. Next up we have AAP or Double Aqua Plant. This is the classic build which is back with a twist. Traditionally, pure aquas have been the way to go and have been the mainstay for very long. But nowadays, to survive, you need a bit of base or bug damage to survive in today's heavily reptile and dust dominated meta. This is quite a flexible build, so across all of the AAPs that I've seen, really only the 2 consistent cards which are must-have are Koi and Nemo. Koi allows you to speed up and outspeed birds going into the 1v1. Nemo, 0 cost, free energy, what's not to like about it? The rest can be just substituted by generic damage cards. So for the beast and bug damage, on our mid laner here we have Dual Blade, which is the strongest beast card, and Sandal, which does extra damage to bugs, which is quite useful in today's cute bunny dominated meta. Risky Fish also provides extra damage to reptiles and dust, which is always useful to have in the meta. On the backliner, we have this Ronin plus double top combo. This combo is so strong at the moment. So if you do the 4-card double top Ronin combo, that's basically Exodia. There's no Axie life which can survive that combo. That combo basically does about 430 damage to aquas or birds, and 500 damage to reptiles or plants. Basically, no matter how much shield they throw up, they're going to get one shot by it. On the frontliner here, we just have some generic high damage cards, Cactus, or you can replace it with Breachers if you prefer. Hot Bat for the damage, you can put Carrot, Cattail, whatever you like. Bidens on the back, which is always useful versus poison comps. And then the Sirius helps steal some energy. Next up we have the discard comps. These are really similar to the Bantanacoms. The difference is that instead of running Cute Bunny plus Antenna combo, instead it runs the Cute Bunny plus Parasite combo. Parasite is a card that randomly discards one card from your enemy's hand. But again, it forces the same kind of choice onto your enemy. Should they choose to attack, they get feared by Cute Bunny, they miss their attack. Should they choose not to attack, however, then Parasite discards their cards. Use them or lose them, I say. Overall, I think this comp is a bit more user-friendly than Bantana, in the sense that it's less reliant on timing. You won't find yourself in situations where you're trying to steal energy from an opponent who has zero energy. The philosophy behind this comp is really, even if they have lots of energy, I'll make sure they won't have any cards to play out their energy. But other than that, this comp is still pretty similar, uses the same set of cards. So you'll see similar cards, Garish Worm, Fish Snack, Goldfish, Nemo. Composition wise, it's pretty varied as well. You can run Triple Dust, you can run Aqua on the back line, Dust, you can run Plant, Bug, Aqua, Plant, Bug, Aqua. Really anything goes, depending on what you want. Dust has good body, Aquas are fast, Bugs do more damage. Next up is AAB, or Double Enemy Aqua Bird. So the first thing to note is that the positioning for this comp is a bit different from the others. You're actually running two frontliners, both of them split up in the front. And the reasoning for this is that Aquas as tanks, they're actually pretty squishy, and they can't survive most 4-card combos without putting up shields. So by splitting them up in the front, the enemy frontliner, who's usually positioned in the center, actually has a 50-50% chance of hitting either Aqua, and so this helps to split the damage and ensures that your Aquas can't get bursted down. So the game plan for this comp is to out-sustain and out-survive your enemy, and they do this by running a key card, an enemy, on the Aquas. This card heals 100 HP for each card. We run Nemo on both Aquas as well to generate energy. And another very important card is Goda. So the enemy comp tends to be a bit controlling in nature, meaning that your enemy will want to burst through your Aquas to try and prevent the value you get from your heals. And so to prevent this, what you want to do is to be destroying your enemy's energy, so that whenever they pass, you try and destroy their energy so that they won't be able to save up for a 4-card combo. So I would say at least one Goda is core. Running 2 Godas is possible as well, but the version I have here, it runs Angry Lamb on the second Aqua. So this is really a high damage piece. So the typical combo for this is that your Aqua sustains some damage, it gets down to half health, and then your Angry Lamb will does increased damage. So you start off with Angry Lamb and then you can heal back up to full again. So this allows you to increase your damage output, which is something that the Aquas can lack a bit by themselves with just an enemy as their damage card. So for the bird, we run a standard Duck Soup, Eggshell, Pigeon Pose combo. And we also want to run a bit of beast damage, and for that we run Hair Dagger. So this card is really good because it allows you to draw an extra card if you are attacking first, and birds are usually the fastest around, so you are usually going to be attacking first and drawing the extra card. Pretty good comp against poison, as your aquas can out survive them, and also reasonably decent against cute bunnies because your aquas, they take less damage from the bug cards. So lastly, we come down to the AAA or the triple aquas. The only thing better than one aqua is 3 aquas. So again, aquas, they tend to be pretty squishy, so we run 2 of them up front, splitting the damage. This comp is pretty similar to double aquas, so we want to run beast damage on our aquas. Here we run Risky Beast on the front line and Aggro. Aggro is a pretty good card because it allows our aquas to speed up, and this can speed them up past birds. For the second frontline aqua, again we run Risky Beast and some damage cards. We run Nemo on both of our front line. After all, 0 cost energy gain, broken, we run it. For the back line, we run Koi again. This allows our back line to speed past birds and win 1v1s. We run Koku as our 0 cost. This allows us to counteract stuns. Risky Fish is always good against reptiles and dust. And Blue Moon is basically a range card, so it plays around Gravelware. Overall, triple aquas, it does well against bug cards, so it does well against the cute Bunnycoms. It tends to get countered by double plant and triple plant comps, but thankfully because cute bunny counters those, so we don't see much of them in the top 100. Alright, that's all everyone. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.